Today on Hidden Secrets, revealed live. Meta Muse Spark AI. Meta introduces its first AI model, Muse Spark, its first major AI model from the new Superintelligence team. Is that why Meta's stock surged? Let me reveal this hidden secret to you live right now on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. HSRL is a production of the Safe New Media Network. Before you keep watching, let me tell you who this is not for. This show is not for you. If you take yourself too seriously, if you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. It's the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X, therefore the most popular live stream podcast live right now on this subject, going live on X. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL, ladies and gentlemen, last week was crazy, but this week is even crazier. So, Meta just dropped Muse Spark, their big, shiny AI from the brand new Superintelligence team, which is great because nothing says superintelligence like a company that used to ask, "Hey, do you know this person?" And now asks, "Hey, should we replace all people?" Because when I think of the guy who invented a way for your grandma to get fooled by AI generated cat videos, I think this guy needs more brain power. Give the man who wears a sunscreen mask like a kabuki actor the keys to the universe. Zuckerberg spent billions pivoting from the metaverse to AI. Same guy, same plan. First it was, you don't need legs. Now it's, you won't need thoughts. Is this Meta becoming an AI first company? Or is this Mark Zuckerberg doing the tech bro version of that guy who spent 3 years telling everyone he was going to get jacked? Bought a Peloton, used it twice, then sold it on Facebook Marketplace and announced he's now all about cold plunges. Same dude, different grift. Yesterday, it was the metaverse. What happened to that? Billions flushed down the toilet. So we could attend a virtual meeting as a floating torso that still somehow looked like a haunted Ken doll. Today, it's reasoning capabilities. Tomorrow, it'll be whatever the next buzzword is. The man has the attention span of a goldfish that read a Wired article. Everybody's acting like Facebook finally grew up and became a serious company instead of the place that shows you your high school bully's vacation photos at 2 a.m. These tech jackasses kill me. They spend 8 years turning society into a rage machine that makes us all hate each other, then panic because Google and OpenAI are ahead. So they throw another mountain of cash at superintelligence. Like that'll fix it. Yeah, that'll fix it. Meta wants to compete with Google and OpenAI, which is brave. It's like these three geniuses arguing over who gets custody of your attention span, and none of them think you should keep it. They built a machine to think like us, and now they're shocked it might act like us. So, yeah, Meta launched Muse Spark. And I thought, finally, an AI that'll help humanity. Then I remembered it's still Meta. So the AI will help humanity by showing me better targeted ads for Ukrainian single women looking for American husbands. While I'm crying in the metaverse because it's lonely, everyone went back to IRL. They're calling it Muse Spark, which sounds less like a revolution in logic and more like a brand of logic defying body spray you'd find in a high school locker room. They say it improves reasoning. That's a big step. Before, the algorithm knew what you liked. Now it knows why you like it. That's worse. I don't need a machine explaining my bad decisions back to me. I've got family for that. Bro, imagine the first real conversation you have with this thing. You ask it, "Hey, Muse Spark, why did my last relationship fail?" And instead of some generic therapy bot answer, it says, "Based on your browser history and the 47 times you liked your ex's vacation pics, I recommend buying her a $1,200 Oculus Quest and hoping she forgets you exist in the metaverse." They say it has contemplating mode. Perfect. I have that already. If I contemplate anything else, I'm never going to ship my product. Speaking of shipping, they hired Alexander Wang, the guy whose whole career was running the company that paid humans pennies to click, "Is this a stop sign?" so the robots could learn. It's like hiring the kid who mows your lawn to design your nuclear submarine because, hey, he already knows where the grass is. Now he's in charge of superintelligence. I can't wait for Muse Spark to solve world hunger. And the first thing it does is politely ask me if I want to connect with people who also bought socks. They hired this kid, Alexander Wang. He's 29. He was the world's youngest self made billionaire. You know how you become a billionaire at 24? You don't, unless your name is Alexander Wang. Zuck brought him in because the last model, Llama 4, was hallucinating. That's what they call it when the computer lies to you. When a computer lies, it's hallucinating. When I lie, it's to a girl who asked me if her yoga pants make her look fat. Stock went up, of course. Investors love AI. You say AI, the stock jumps. You say metaverse, people jump. Out the window, the stock price went up 9%. That thrills investors. They're like, "Oh, thank God. He stopped building the digital neighborhood where nobody lives. He's finally building the digital brain that will eventually decide we're obsolete." It's a pivotal moment, they say. Before, Meta was a company that used AI to show you ads for pants you already bought. After, Meta is a company that uses superintelligence to show you ads for pants you already bought, but does it with logic. Mark Zuckerberg, a man who looks like he printed himself on a 3D printer that ran out of ink halfway through the face. Look, I like Zuck. He's a killer. He's doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. He's training AI. He's becoming a super intelligence. He's this close to uploading his consciousness into the spark. And we're all going to be living in a simulation where the only available haircut is a Caesar fade. And everyone has to move fast and break things. And you know what the funniest part is? We're going to pay for it. We're going to buy the AI glasses so the spark can watch us eat our sandwiches in 4K. I don't know, man. I hope the super intelligence is smart enough to realize that no matter how much reasoning it does, it'll never give you a good reason why you have a restraining order. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this, retweet on X, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify, you're allowed to make fun of me only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Now, you don't have to do this, but if you want to, you can visit my X profile to learn more. It's not necessary to follow me on X, but I follow others who are funnier and smarter than me. And there are a lot of people who are funnier and smarter than me. But do what you want. I do suggest you follow at Safe New Media on X. Follow at Safe New Media. Whatever you decide, team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we are successfully using in order to help each other grow. It's not a cult, but have you ever felt that deep, powerful sense of belonging that transforms your entire perspective? That's what awaits you in our community. As you hear me talking now, you might begin to imagine yourself surrounded by like minded individuals who truly understand your aspirations. Picture yourself waking up each morning with renewed purpose, knowing you're part of something greater than yourself. Your future self is already thanking you for taking this step today. The door is open, and all you need to do is walk through it, which is why I invite you to belong higher, join our inner circle on Telegram. Totally free. There's a link to it at the top of the Safe New Media X profile. The official source for this show is safenewmedia.com/HSRL. I want to give loyal listeners of this podcast something. Listen, when I first started my podcast, I had imposter syndrome. Excuse me. But then I realized you can just start a podcast. As a side quest, I can help you start your own podcast. Free gift for you if you want to start a podcast but feel imposter syndrome. For a limited time only, you can get your copy of the Anti-Imposter Podcast Starter Kit at safenew.media. That's safenew.media. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment.
Are you an accredited investor? If so, listen up. This one's for you. Today, the market has shifted. I'm talking about the multifamily real estate market. We're at the bottom of the cycle for multifamily. Don't believe me? Rent growth in the Sun Belt is at 0%. Most investors are about to get wiped out. Real estate has a dirty secret. It doesn't follow demand, it follows cheap money. And when money gets cheap, people build too much every time. The bill is due now. So, two opposing facts are true. Many apartment owners are distressed. The only reason they need to sell is not that they want to, they have to, or else return the keys to the bank. The other fact is that families are stuck as forever renters. We're seizing this shift. We're passing on the majority of deals because the numbers don't work, but we are buying 100 unit assets in growth markets, sometimes less than 80 units. Few get in. Why? We don't need more money. We're looking for investors aligned with our values. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. Secure your place on our wait list. Go to Inveresta.com. Go to Inveresta.com. You can subscribe to our newsletter. That secures your place. You can now receive your free guide. It's called Location Science 2026, 5 filters to find growth markets for multifamily real estate. Don't ignore the data before you invest. When you subscribe, you secure your place on our waitlist for the next opportunity. Most real estate people tell you to invest in your backyard. What if your backyard is the wrong location? Avoid losing money in the wrong location. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there. Let me know what kind of investment opportunities you're looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office, go to inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing before I let you go, I want to invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. This is the newsletter that I write every week. You owe it to yourself to be rich. Society, our parents, teachers, and peers have conditioned us. They want us to be like them. They need us to comply. They need us to be conventional like they are. As Herb Kelleher, co founder and CEO of Southwest Airlines, remarked, all the people that were telling me those things were expressing conventional wisdom. And if it's conventional, it ain't wisdom. And if it's wisdom, it ain't conventional. My name is Sean Allen Fenn, and I'm obsessed with prosperity. It's the natural state of the human spirit. It turns out there's no limit. There's also many variables. Some keep their day job, others go all in. Some are entrepreneurs, others are value investors, but all of them have a certain mindset. Understanding what makes them tick grants us insight into our own journey. Methods of Prosperity newsletter is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues, and also failure leaves clues. You got to pay attention to that too. This is the most popular newsletter to brainwash yourself rich. Become a renegade billionaire. Go to safenewmedia.com/newsletter. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. You can now subscribe for free at safenewmedia.com/newsletter. Join our community. There's a Telegram community for Methods of Prosperity. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream at this hour on this subject. Broadcasting on X, formerly known as Twitter, Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn. This is definitely not a cult. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.